Heather and I are over the top excited that Paige Evans agreed to come along with us. So she is our special guest artist today. So be sure to check out her video. You are going to be blown away as always. She is so talented. So today our true love gave to us sewing. Of course you knew we had to sew and stitch on our layouts with Paige joining us. So what I have done is I have cut this snowflake. This is actually one of Paige Evans' silhouette cut files that you can get in the Silhouette store. So I've cut it out pretty big, and I'm going to use it as a template to punch holes and do some stitching on my layout. I also cut some in a smaller size, so you can see how delicate they are when they're little tiny, and they cut beautifully. So I'm thinking I'm going to embellish with some of these. We'll wait and see. So I'm going to pierce this. I thought about using white, but I found this in my stash, and it's kind of a gold and white variegated. So I thought that might be kind of fun. It's not going to be real stark once it's stitched. I also pulled out some little beads. They're just little, ooh, falling everywhere. Just little clear crystal beads. And I thought that might be kind of fun to stitch in on some of the little holes, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I am going to get my foam mat and then just put it underneath the blue paper and pierce holes so that I can stitch. Don't forget to visit Heather and Paige's channel to check out what they're doing, and leave comments. Subscribe to our channels if you're not already subscribed, so you'll be entered to win some of the prizes that we have for giveaways. And I'm going to put you on fast forward and kind of go through this. I won't make you watch all of it, but just show you a little bit, and then we'll get this layout going. Hopefully you'll see through this video and this layout that you could take any cut file and turn it into a template, a stencil, something like that. So I was just showing there, I have it all stitched, and I had drawn out where I thought my photo was going to go so that I didn't have to spend that time stitching all of that, because I did spend several hours stitching on this background. But I just sat at my desk and I put on my Watch Later playlist on YouTube and caught up on a lot of videos, because since I've gone to work, I haven't been able to watch videos like I used to, and I miss seeing what everybody else is creating. But back to the stitching part of it, I just took my piercing tool and just pierced, you know, maybe a quarter of an inch, well, probably less, 1/8 of an inch spacing all the way around. I left off some of the little circles because it would have been hard to stitch, and I wanted to use like those little crystals or something like that in there, which in the end I totally forgot because I spent so much time trying to embellish this layout. I had so many different ideas in mind, but when I put them on, it just didn't seem like I could get it to go together. I had cut out those smaller snowflakes. It's the same design. Just much smaller, and I loved them, and I wanted to use them, and you'll see me put them on there and take them off, and put them on there and take them off, and I end up not using them on the layout. From here on the video, they look great. I mean, they look really pretty. In person, they were just a little bit too bright, but I had cut them out of this kind of glittery paper. Well, it's not like a glitter, but a shimmer paper. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to get like a mixed media to stick on them or anything. And I had spent so much time on the stitching, I didn't want to spend a lot of time trying to get color on them. So I end up just not using them. But I still have them on my desk because I cut quite a few out because they were so pretty. And I have another video that I'm going to do later. So they may show up on that video. I don't know. I know I will use them, but just not on this one. So you'll see off to the left there, I had all of these other little die cuts. These are from, I believe, Kaiser Craft. And I was trying to keep everything just kind of neutral and soft. I didn't want to really introduce any colors to the layout. The photo that I'm using is not really a lot of color. The bulbs on that wreath are gold and silver. And then my daughter and I are just dressed in gray and denim. So, you know, the gold and the silver was it. So that's all I wanted to really pick up on. The blue of the background was all of the color. And to me, it was just more representative kind of the silver as well. It's just another tone. And the paper, that background paper, has little gold stars and white stars. So I found these trees, and I felt like I really liked those to kind of frame that photo, to bring that out. But I struggled with it because I was covering up so much of what I had stitched, and I spent so much time on it. I wanted it all to show. So you saw me kind of put those on and take those back off, and that's what I was doing there, was my inner struggle of covering up the work that I had done. But that's just the nature of the beast, and that's what happens. But in the end, you want your layout to be as good as it can be. So I do decide on those 3 large trees framing around, and then I knew I wanted to build up something underneath. So again, I'm trying to use those snowflakes, and I wanted to create some little cluster up at the top right. And so I found this little tag, and I should say the paper and all of the like cardstock embellishments and things, all of that is from Close to My Heart. It was a collection from last year. The embellishments, I believe, are still in this year's seasonal. I can't remember. And then the colored die cuts are from that Kaiser Craft package. And I had found that What a Day, and I really wanted to use it. It has the gold embossing on the letters, so I felt like that really popped that gold out of that layout background and the photos. And this particular photo was taken actually in November, but they had just decorated for Christmas in Branson, and we were out shopping, and I just thought it was so cute. I wanted to take a picture. So that's why it's not really a seasonal photo. So I liked the What a Day, because we were just out shopping and had went to Silver Dollar City and different stuff. And that package also had those photo corners, and they have the gold embossing on those as well. So I used those up at the top. And then at that top right, I had found the tag, and then there was this other die cut that came from the Kaiser Craft pack that's just kind of a little ticket ephemera piece, and there was a couple of other ones, well, one other one that I have tucked up at the top of the photo. And then what's hanging off at the top of the layout, I just cut that off and tuck it behind the other cluster behind the photo so that I can repeat, because it had a lot more print and stuff on it, so I wanted to bring that down to the photo. And I was trying to build that left top of the photo up just a little bit to form more of a triangle. So when I cut that off and do that, that works. I also, when I cut that off, the top of the tag comes, and I go ahead and tuck it up underneath the pieces from the photo as well, and you'll see me tie a piece of twine there. So that helped bring the corner of that up like I wanted. And then I still needed more embellishing, so now I'm getting desperate. So I have these little packs of just leftover embellishments. I have my iris cart set up to the left of me. So with the 12 Days of Christmas, I just pulled out a lot of the odds and ends that I felt like went with some of the paper collections I knew I was going to use. And I have all of those on the top of my Rascog. So I just went to that and pulled out a few packages that I felt like would go. And again, I wanted to stick with just the gold and the silver. So the snowflake that's up at the top and that round sticker, well, actually it's just the round sticker, comes from that Elle Studio sticker. And then these stickers are from Paper House, and I love this collection. I got to work in my planner, and I have layout papers to do. I have a layout that I'm going to do with that product that you'll be seeing. So there was lots of gold stars in it. So I have just the flat cardstock sticker gold stars that I'm putting around, and then on the other ones were some of the puffy stickers, and so they have that off-white background and then gold snowflakes. So I know all of the gold and the metallic does not show up on film, but it is gorgeous. I was kind of nervous in the beginning because I was struggling so much with the embellishments and kind of what direction to go, but in the end, this just, it turned out better than I could have even imagined. And so that little puffy sticker there just says memories, And so I loved that, and I thought that would work well. So I'm going to end up putting it at the top there on that photo. And here's where I'm going to go ahead and cut the top of that off, because I'm sitting here going, I think it's pretty done, but that was distracting. And so I'm going to tuck all of that up underneath the top to bring that up. I'm trying to think if I did really much of anything else. I'm going to add my journaling down to the bottom right, and that's going to finish this layout. Be sure to hop on over to Paige's YouTube channel. The link will be down below, and check out the amazing layout that she's created for today using one of her cut files as well. And be sure to hop over to the Silhouette store to check out all of her amazing cut files. I have a few more that I purchased that I'm going to be trying to incorporate into these videos for the 12 days. And then hop over to Heather's if you haven't already joined over there, and check out what she's done today. And I hope you are enjoying this. This is brought us halfway through the 12 days. And so, well, almost half day. Tomorrow will be day 6. And we have another amazing artist you are not going to want to miss out on. And also a little special bonus. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to all 3 channels. And leave comments so you'll be entered into the giveaways that we have going. And have a great day. Merry Christmas, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye-bye.